Hey everybody, it's Calvin Nation here once again with another video for you. Today is going to be another review, and surprisingly it's going to be on the 42. Now I've talked about this knife so many times. I think it's my favorite knife I own, and I realized I've never reviewed it. I don't have a single review of the 42 on my channel, so I thought I'd just do that. I thought I'd talk about it a little bit more, even though I always do. So let's talk about the 42. Whoa! There's another one. Nope, this is my 47. As you know, I have a 47 and a 42, basically the same thing. I'm going to be talking more about the 42 just because that's the more common one you'll see out there. But I brought the 47 down just for some more eye candy, make you guys just a little bit more jealous, and just in case we want to make any comparisons. So let's get started off with what the company themselves has to say about this knife again. So Benchmade says the 42 Balisong, Benchmade design, practical Weehawk, blade-shaped, skeletonized titanium handles, spring latch for easy opening, unparalleled Benchmade fit and finish, and it's USA proud. What a good description, eh? Blade length is 4.2 inches, 154 cm blade steel, Weehawk 4.1 ounces. Lock mechanism is a Balisong, which is a funny one. I've never actually heard that before, but it is a spring latch locking mechanism. Comes with a nylon sheath, and it's a blue class knife. Here is some of the awesome variations you can get it in. 42S, the 40T, and the 40TR. Check that price out, $130. That's a steal. Oh, discontinued. So if you guys are jealous of these two knives, you're going to be a little bit more because they're both discontinued. But let's carry on with the review. Alright, so before we have a look at the knife, let's have a quick look at the box. Standard blue box obviously comes with that sheath. I'll show you that in a second. Let's have a quick look here though. Just want to quickly talk about the price. As you can see there, it says sale price $279.99. Thank goodness I actually got this before it went out of production. For some reason I just kind of felt like it was. I got this back in August of 2009. It went out of production in about November of 2009. So I got it just in time. It was my first Balisong and first really good knife. So this was a huge chunk of dough to pay for that. And I'm actually really glad I did, no regrets. But unfortunately, now if you want to get one, you're looking at probably a $325 to $400 sale price on secondary markets or forums. If you do want to get one, that is definitely the place to look for them. I check Jersey Devil. I see them for sale there quite regularly, but yeah, you're definitely going to have to pay quite a premium for them. But this does come with a sheath, like I said. Very easy sheath. Comes in a position for vertical carry and horizontal carry, as you can see there. I never really use it, most people don't, but it's there if you want it. They don't seem to make these too much for their knives anymore, although with the new 62, I believe they're including it this time, so that's pretty cool. So let's have a look at the actual knife. I'm just going to keep that box there for a little bit of color. And yeah, so let's have a quick look at that blade. So like they say, it's a Weehawk blade. You might notice that I did actually polish this a little bit. And the reason for that is just because I use it so much, and just had so many scratches on it from use. So I gave it a few polishes over the years, and you can see there is a little bit of blade wear. It's pretty hard to see with that polish, and that just came about in the last couple months. I just can't get my Loctiting right lately, so I'm gonna have to do that again. But there is a little bit of wear on that. You will expect that if you do not Loctite it. The handles will just get so loose that they will wear. The 47 has the same issues, but 2 is a little bit better in the sense that it does have a swedge, so you won't get as many scratches on this side of the blade, but on that primary grind there you will get some scratches if you do not Loctite it right. The tip is pretty fine. For Balisongs it's good because it's not so fine that if you drop it, it's going to snap off on the first drop. But mine is a little bit dulled. You can see, if it would focus, please. I'm just going to move the light over just a little bit. But you can see, hopefully, that it is just a little bit duller. Yours will come a little bit sharper if you do get one, and for the guys who do own one, that's just from so many times dropping it. As of right now, it is not very sharp. It'll cut stuff, but I gotta sharpen that up again. I'm not too worried about keeping my Balisong super sharp, just because I primarily use them to flip, especially because I'm in Canada. Being in Canada, I cannot carry them, and being in many states, you can't even carry them. So I think a lot of guys mostly use the 42 and most other Balisongs even as flippers. So I'm not too worried about the edge right now. Let's have a quick look at that logo. Standard Benchmade or Balisong logo says Balisong. That comes pretty much all the way back to the PCC days, the Pacific Cutlery. It says 42 right under there. You can see with the 47, same deal. 47. Very nice little touch. I absolutely love that logo. But yeah, there's the blade. Also has that swedge. I really enjoy the swedge. Not only does it cut down weight for flipping, it does make it a really good flipping blade. But it looks very nice and causes a little bit less wear from that from the handle rubbing on there. You do have these horns which act as a little bit of a natural thumb ramp if you do want to use this for EDC. Just going to wipe that blade off just for a second. And so for an EDC knife, this is actually not too bad. It is in 154 cm, which is a proven steel. You guys know that I absolutely love that steel. But yeah, it's a very, very nice blade. I absolutely love it. As for flipping, this thing is a beast. As you guys know, you've probably seen it in most of all my tutorials. It is my favorite flipper. I do even own a Basilisk, many say, which is their favorite flipper. For me, I still like the 42. I've gone over it in great detail. I'm not going to do it in this video, but I am a great fan of lighter Balisongs, I guess you could say. Balisongs that are between 4 and 4.5 ounces, I guess, but this is an awesome flipper. So if you're looking for it just to flip, then this will not disappoint. Another thing to keep in mind is the 42 overrated in the sense that it is so pricey? And no, and that is because of, like what I just said, it is such a good flipper. KZ also has a video specifically based on that, and I think the title is the 42 overrated. So you can check that out. But flipping wise, this thing is it makes up for its price. So it's an absolutely awesome knife. It is a little bit of a shame that it, I guess, did get so popular, especially even with the whole kick-ass thing, even maybe with the Team Fortress thing. And a lot of guys want this, and I think that's a big reason why the prices got inflated so high. And I think it's a shame that it went out of production. And although the 62 is a decent attempt at kind of bringing it back, I guess you could say, I think a lot of guys would like to see this back. But I'm not too worried about it just because I own one. But it is a shame for all the guys who PM me and stuff asking if I can sell this or where they can get one. And again, like I'm just going to say, check out Jersey Devil. I see them there quite a bit. Let's have a look at the handles. It's that standard Benchmade hole pattern you're going to see on all 4X knives. Another thing for flipping, it's very good because it has that nice rounded handles, beveled handles. Man, I'm having some hard times focusing today. I don't know why. But yeah, you can see there. These are cast titanium handles. A lot of people think they are just straight milled out, but they are cast, injected titanium into a mold. Just so you guys know, it is the spring latch, as you all know. One thing that is kind of the benchmark of the 4X series knives. I absolutely love this latch. I think the 51 has a more innovative latch, but this so far is my favorite just because it sticks straight out. You never feel it when you're flipping, and it just performs amazingly. After a while, your tank pins will wear, and your tank cups will wear a tiny bit. So eventually your handles do get a little bit closer, and sometimes that latch doesn't stay in there perfectly. I did squish my tank pin out a little bit more, so it does latch in the open position. But after a long time and a lot of use, you probably will expect this to completely not latch whatsoever. Before I squished those tank pins, it was literally like, if I can squeeze a little, it was literally like this. I'd close it, and it'd just pop out right away. It wouldn't even stick at all. It was just like that. They were so close. I'd even have problems sometimes when I closed the Balisong, like I did a behind the 8-ball or something. These two handles would collide. So it does have tang pins, and it also does rely on this kicker here, just over the choil 62 block, the bite handle there, and it uses the spine of the blade to block that safe handle there. So with the tang pins, you will expect a lot more wear. One thing with the 62 that's very nice is that it does have Zen pins as well as the 51. So keep in mind that that spring latch may not work so well after a lot of use because of the wear on the tang pins. As for look, I think this knife looks absolutely amazing. I'm going to probably try to put a few photos in here as I go, but let's have a quick pan over this knife and the handles. If we can get that nice and focused. I absolutely love the brushed look of the titanium handles. I'm a huge fan of brushed metal finishes, as you can see there. Even though I think sandwich balisongs have the potential to be better flippers, I absolutely love the way that channel looks, especially again with that brushed finish. I think that absolutely looks amazing. So I think that's all I have to say about this knife. Flipping wise, definitely A+ in my books. The way it looks is just absolutely amazing, and I say if you have the chance to pick one up for a decent price, go for it. I think if you find one for high 300s to 400s, hold off for a little bit. I'm sure you'll see another one come your way for a little bit cheaper. So okay guys, so like I said earlier, this review has just been kind of a fun one for me. It's fun because this is my first really good knife I've ever owned, and it's been 3 years that I've had this, and I've neglected to make a review on it ever since, so I thought it'd be fun to kind of do that today again, like I said, and I appreciate you guys watching. So I forgot, but I should make sure that I put in some flipping footage so you guys can see, in case you're just bored out of your minds with me rambling. Let's see if I can do a Zen rollover in this 1 foot of space I have here. The classic move, one of the first moves I've ever learned. Oh, hit the box a little. One more try. Oh yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I appreciate your time. I'll see you for the next video.